Time now on Sky Sports Radio for Going Greyhounds for your daily update of the latest news and tips.
Good morning everyone and welcome into Going Greyhounds. We have got a busy show coming up. Later on we'll be chatting with Marty Hallinan and also Mark Maroney about their runners taking place in the Group 1s at Wentworth Park on Saturday night. But first of all, we're catching up to Greyhound Racing New South Wales Chief Operating Officer Wayne Billett to discuss the implications for the greyhound industry, with obviously the New South Wales government closing its borders to Victorians overnight. Wayne joins us right now on the line. Wayne, a very good morning to you and thank you for taking the time to join us on the show this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Liz, and pleasure to be on.
Well, we appreciate your time. Now, Wayne, as I was just saying, as of midnight last night, the New South Wales government officially closed their borders to all Victorians. Could you just outline to us what the repercussions are for the greyhound industry and what measures Greyhound Racing New South Wales is taking as a result?
Yeah, thanks, Liz. Yeah, so last night, Greyhound Racing New South Wales made the decision that we would not, from midnight last night, we would not be accepting any nominations for greyhounds domiciled in Victoria. This is something that we had in play previously when COVID originally broke out and we had our regional racing model. So we've gone back to that from a Victorian nomination perspective. So that's the step that we've taken effective midnight last night.
Okay, and just with regards to the Group 1s taking place at Wentworth Park on Saturday night, obviously there are some Victorian runners in those finals. Can you give us the latest on those runners? Will they be able to take their places in the finals?
Yes, Liz, so I'm pleased to say that all of those greyhounds that were Victorian domiciled are actually in New South Wales. We had a number of them who had come up prior to the heats who had domiciled themselves in New South Wales, and we had them staying at various locations throughout the state. And there were a couple that went home after Saturday night, and they've managed to come back into New South Wales prior to the border closures. So I'm pleased to say that those greyhounds, those 4 greyhounds, will all be taking their place in the Vic Peters and Peter Mossman Group 1 races on Saturday night.
Well, that's fantastic news for connections of those greyhounds. Now, Wayne, obviously it's great to have Group 1 racing back, and now Greyhound Racing New South Wales feature events are being reinstated back into the racing calendar. Will the Victoria lockdown affect this, and I guess what are your next steps to manage that situation?
Yeah, thanks, Liz. I think it's fair to say that this is an ever-changing beast. Every day it's something different, and as we've gone along, we've made decisions in that environment, and we'll continue to do that. I think for us it's just to continue to monitor the situation, take advice from the government, which we've done along the way, and as that advice changes, we reflect that to our industry. So at the moment, the status quo is that obviously for any upcoming races until the border closures change, we won't be accepting nominations from Victoria. However, people, it doesn't stop the ability for people transferring their dog from one state to the other. They can still do that in time, and it's also pleasing to note that with the recent easing of restrictions with the Queensland border, that the Queenslanders can now come into racing New South Wales. So there's been one effect from one group, Liz, but we've had an opposite the other with our friends north of the border who can come into our racing. So as I said, we just continue to monitor it and provide advice as best we can.
Terrific. Wayne, thank you very, very much for your time this morning and providing us with the latest information.
Yep. Cheers, Liz. Thank you.
That was Greyhound Racing New South Wales Chief Operating Officer Wayne Billett giving us the latest information. Very good news that the run is taking place in the Group 1 the Group 1 finals on Saturday night at Wentworth Park. Will be able to take their place because they're already domiciled in New South Wales. Now, speaking of those Group 1 finals on Saturday night, pretty exciting to have Group 1 racing back there at Wentworth Park. Of course, we've got the Vic Peters final and also the Peter Mossman final. Quality fields for both of those finals. I'm pretty excited. A few interstate greyhounds, as we just heard, they're lining up, including the likes of Tommy Shelby, who's currently the $2.50 favourite on tab for the Vic Peters final. For the Peter Mossman final at the moment, a little bit more even in terms of the market. Nangar Silk presently the $3.30 favourite with tab, but a bit of a battle going on for favouritism. Lily Banner's come up with box 7 at $3.40. Fire on Ice is drawn box 5, paying $3.60, and later on we'll be catching up to Mark Maroney, who trains Fire on Ice. But first of all, we're talking to trainer Marty Hallinan, who joins us on the show. Marty, good morning to you and welcome to Going Greyhounds.
Good morning. How are you going?
Very well. Hey, Marty, first of all, congratulations on zipping Sheldon winning his heat on Saturday, the Vic Peters heat. Did that come as a surprise to you?
Oh, it was a very good heat. It didn't come as a surprise. The dog's got a very big motor, but I didn't think I could probably beat catch the fifth. I actually thought he had a good each-way chance.
Okay, well, he did a really good job. He sort of jumped with it from box 3. He settled midfield, then he just drove along the rails. He got up to score in 29.90. He does have a very good finish on him.
He does. Actually, a little bit disappointed with the overall time. I'm just having a few little problems with injuries, but look, you can only do your best in the 7-day turnaround, and I still think he's got a 29.6 in him, just off the trials and when he's won races at Bathurst and Dubbo. I think he can run 29.50 on Saturday, not Saturday night, but one day in his career. I hope it's Saturday night. He'll need to run that to win it, because it's a very good field. There's lots of speed. If I run a place, I'll be over the moon.
Well, that would be fantastic. Marty, you've said that he's had a few little injuries, a few little niggles. What have you been doing with him during the week, and what do you do with him in preparation for the final on Saturday?
No, not much difference. I just kind of give him an easy slip up the track on Monday, and then I just needed 4 or 5 days just to work on things, laser spots, and hopefully have him a little bit fresher, but get the injuries right and get a bit of strength back. I'd like to see him run 11.60 run home, not 11.90 run home.
Okay. What's he like to train, and what's he like personality-wise around the kennels?
Oh, no, he switched on at a meeting. Good kennel dog, barks a bit, but that comes back from my bit sipping Maggie. She was always a bit of a barker, but nice dog to train, very nice dog to train. When you get to the track, he switches on and he gives 100% all the time.
Okay, and look, Marty, while we've got you've got a couple in at Wenty tonight as well. Race 1, number 1, Zipping Dean. He's priced up at about $3.30. How do you think he'll go tonight?
Look, he's in his right box, but just the last couple of runs have been disappointing for me. Little things again, you just try and think, I've lost a little bit of a motor. I mean, Peter Sims is a very fast dog from Wagga Wagga. I rate him a chance, but I am in the one box. I think he's a hope, but it's probably got to be a 30, 40 race for him to win it.
Okay, and race number 8, you've got Zipping Lena jumping from box 3. She gets quite a strong race again tonight. How do you think she'll go?
Very strong race. I think she's got a real good chance, to be honest. Last week she got platted a bit wide, and they were too good. Like Zipping Bram shot to the lead. I was disappointed in a run home, but she was trapped very wide outside Sniffy, and I rate her a chance tonight because I don't think there's a lot of speed. If she can get on the bunny, she might be able to pinch this.
All right, she's paying good money, currently paying about $5.50, so maybe a bit of a value.
Yeah, I'm happy with her. I've had a really good week, and I rate her a chance tonight. I really do.
Terrific. Hey, Marty, thank you very much for your time this morning. All the best tonight, and all the best with Zipping Sheldon in the Group 1 on Saturday.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
That was Marty Hallen, and of course he's always got a good greyhound, doesn't he? But he's got Zipping Sheldon lining up in the Vic Peters final on Saturday night. Now, another trainer who's got a runner lining up in a Group 1 on Saturday night is Mark Moroney. Mark, a very good morning to you, and welcome to Going Greyhounds.
Yeah, good morning.
Mark, first of all, congratulations on a wonderful win by Fire on Ice in her Peter Mossman Opal Heat on Saturday. You must have been thrilled.
Yeah, no, I was ecstatic. She went into the race a little underdone, and she exceeded all expectations on Saturday.
Well, she flew home late along the rail. She won in 29.77. It was the second quickest heat time after the Peter Mossman. Lily Banner only went a little bit quicker. So what can we expect to see from her in the final?
Oh, you'll see a lot of improvement, I think. She tore a piece off a pad under her front foot the week before, so she missed a run. She hadn't had a run for 2 weeks. So to come out and run her personal best and a personal best run home too of around 11.70, I think she'll just find a bit more this week.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, what have you been doing with her between the heat and building up to Saturday and the final?
Nothing different. I learned a long time ago you don't change anything between heat and final, so she's just working at home in the runs, up and down the sand runs, and she'll just, no trial or anything, she'll just go straight in nice and fresh.
And I was speaking to your wife yesterday before I chatted to you, Mark. This is a greyhound that you bred yourself, so it must be super special to see her making the Group 1 on Saturday night.
Yeah, I've had 6 generations of this line.
Wow.
And there's a lot of bloodlines die out, whereas this one seems to be getting stronger. And it's fantastic. It's even better when you breed them yourself. We've won Group 2s and Group 3s with the line, but we've never been in a Group 1, so this is a first for us.
Well, hopefully she can go a very good race here on Saturday. Now, Mark, you've also got another one in at Wednesday on Saturday night. You've got Sweet Fire all lining up in race 9. That's over the 720 metres. Small field, she's got a vacant box to her inside. How do you think she'll go?
She should go quite well, I think. She's been racing against the top stayers the last few weeks. Blue Moon Rising, he's won $500,000. She was up against him last week, and she's sort of back to her own grade again this week. It's been hard to find 700-metre races, so we're just lucky to get what we've got at the moment, but it looks a nice race for her.
Well, Mark, lots of good luck with her, and especially lots of good luck with Fire and Ice in the Peter Mossman Opal Final on Saturday night. Thanks very much for your time this morning.
No problem, anytime. Thanks.
That was trainer Mark Moroney. He's got Fire on Ice lining up in the Peter Mossman Opal Final on Saturday night. She's the kind of dog that everyone wants in their kennel. I think she's had 39 starts, 14 wins, 15 minors. She's recorded the 2 quickest times of the year at Gosford over 5:15 metres, the 2nd quickest time of the year over 5:15 metres at the Gardens, and fingers crossed for Mark and the team that they do get some luck in the final on Saturday night, Dave.
Certainly the case. Thanks so much for that, Liz. Obviously a big morning with a lot of news breaking around the place, and great to hear from Wayne Billett as well.